Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, it seems like the counteroffensive, according to the Ukrainian, is really successful. And they come with all kind of numbers and achievements, including an article here stating that the Russian units in Kherson region, they request and they try to negotiate surrender. Now, I don't know how many troops there are in this area in Kherson, but let's see what the article says here, or the Ukrainians, right? So this article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine. Where are we? Right here. And it's from today, September 12th, 2022. Russian units near Kherson negotiating surrender, Ukraine says. And I'm quoting, they are attempting to negotiate conditions of laying down arms under the norms of international humanitarian law, said Hemenyuk. So according to her, the commanders of these Russian units are looking to find ways to abandon their positions by any means available. This could include attempting to retreat to Russian backlines or laying down their weapons. And I'm quoting again. The degree of cracking resolve and demoralization is so high, even the commanders now realize they don't have anywhere to go, Hemenyuk added. She said that enemy troops are aware of the major Ukrainian victory in Kharkiv Oblast. As their ability to cross the Nipple River remains severely curtailed, Russian forces on the river's west bank are forced to look for ways to extract themselves from the area, according to the spokesperson. Well, let me tell you this. I know you guys have the capability of going on your telephone or your computer and go into any app that you have where it can show you maps, and you can go very nicely in this area, right, in Kherson, and you can look at the Nipple River. If you know how to swim, then there's not a river that would prevent you from swimming it from west to east if you really want to save your skin, if you know what I mean. So if you do not have a problem with retreating, or you have to retreat, I'm pretty sure that a little swim would do you very good for your physical abilities and maintenance and all that. So I don't think that's an obstacle. It's true that you can't take with you your weapons and so on. That's true, but you do not have to go and negotiate because you can't cross the river back. Now, I don't know about you, but over there, I don't know if there's too many people, especially in the army, that don't know how to swim. And the ones that do not know how to swim, then they can do many other things, like grab a log, get with a log and cross the river. It's not a big deal to do that. And there's many other ways to cross a river. And if not, go and surrender if you can't swim. What can you do? But don't tell me the whole army cannot cross that Dnieper River because they don't have a bridge. I mean, that's a military. What the hell are you talking about? I mean, that can't be a reason. For some, maybe. But if you think about it, there's ways to cross that river. And I can't believe that they would not be even supplied with any inflatable boats or anything like that, really. Or no. But let them, tell us what they tell us here. So, Hemenyuk noted that Ukrainian forces have penetrated several dozen kilometers into Russian-held territory in southern Ukraine. Well, I'm just reading what they say, and the Russians acknowledged the fact that the Ukrainians are in a counteroffensive and they had some successes. It's not only Peskov who confirmed that, it's also the fact that the Russian leadership has fired the generals, the command infrastructure of the army with, they fired them and they hired another guy. and other command leadership, how you want to call it. So people in command. That tells me that you don't do that when you have successes. If things work according to plan, or you don't, if what you're doing it works, you don't change it, right? You don't change it, you let it go and be. You change it, tweak it when you start having problems. And I think here are some problems, so they're getting this out and get other people in. Now I don't know what the new ones can do, what the previous ones were not able to do, because after all they come from the same school of military school, and all the strategy they learn in school and in experience that they have in various conflicts, which would be Syria in this case, would be the closest. But Syria is not Ukraine. But you still bring a new person who's going to implement different tactics, and probably is going to implement harsher how should I put it, orders, and we'll see. They say that the Ukrainians say that they not only in south but in the north, obviously they are advancing, and they said they use the word liberated, but I do not like that word, because in the first place you don't liberate people that don't want to be liberated. And why do I say that? Is because they go over territories that actually did not want to be part of Ukraine. If you remember, they wanted to be separate. That was the whole point of all this thing. So they want to liberate the territory that it's neutral, which is neutral in a way that the territory, the land, has no opinion on I want to be with these guys or with those guys. But humans, we have opinions. So a majority of the residents of those areas are Russians. Russian speaking they call it, so they can't say they are Russians. Well, their citizenship, put it this way, is Ukrainian, and nationality by the European standards are not by American standards, are Russians. So you can say Russian speaking. It doesn't mean you bring one from let's say sub-Saharan Africa, he lives over there and he speaks Russian. Is he Russian? This guy would say yes. Those guys over there will know better. Not better, but it's what I'm talking. You can say I'm Ukrainian, but your nationality, or however you want to put it, is not Ukraine. Like for instance, you take Zelensky. Yeah, Zelensky and Zhmyhal and Reznikov, they're all considered Ukrainians. Yes, they are Jews living in Ukraine, and they've been born over there. They're generations and so on. But it's like me going to Ukraine and have kids. My kids have kids with other Romanians and all that, and then we live in Ukraine. Are we Ukrainians? Yeah, we're Ukrainians by citizenship, by nationality. Those people would be Romanian as genetic, and you go by that, by tribe. None don't go by here. They do it here because it's a different way of country. It was formed differently. So that's why they have to say nationality here is American, as it is. But these guys are all considering themselves, I don't know, I'm African American, I'm French American, you are American or you're not American. That's the bottom line. Don't come in, I'm a Romanian American. No, you're not a Romanian American. If you're Romanian American, you pick and right now, or get what is that? I'm a Romanian. Yeah, my ancestors or whatever, not in my case because I was born over there, but I'm talking about people who say I'm French American. Well, my great-grandfather came from there. That's great, but you are an American, and that is the end of the story. That's how I see it, but whatever. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.